So, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the presentation of the Kennedy Prize. It is the richest award in Australian journalism.
And to present the Gold Spirax for the 2019 Journalist of the Year, please welcome from 60 Minutes, Liz Hayes.
Thank you, everyone. Maybe you don't realise, but that trickster Brian Henderson, I gave him a kiss and a cuddle and suddenly I found myself up here. I'm happy to fill in his shoes, even though they're very large. It is a great honour to present the Journalist of the Year Award. Apparently, as they say here at Royal Randwick, it was a wall of horses going to the finishing line. The judges agreed it was a true photo finish. So the nominees are... And the winner is, well done, Anne Connolly.
The hidden camera footage captures the everyday neglect experienced by many nursing home residents.
Help! Help!
At least my mum can still communicate and she's still able to say, hey, this is happening to me. I can't even imagine what's happening to those people that can't talk anymore.
There is more effort put into exporting animals at the moment than there is in fixing a human being left sitting in their room all day.
After she passed, it wasn't even grieving her life, it was grieving what she had to go through.
Aged care providers hold almost $25 billion in refundable accommodation deposits, money which earns them healthy interest. They spend an average $6 a day on food for each resident.
Sausage rolls, curry puffs.
The food will be pureed and it just looks like a glob on the plate.
Staff say nursing homes also restrict incontinence pads to save money. At the same time as saving money, they were told to exaggerate the care needs of residents to get more money through the federal government's aged care funding instrument.
So does it mean that they were more disabled on paper than they were in reality?
Oh, most definitely.
Now, is that something that you've heard about?
No.
Another common claim is the overuse of medication to make people with dementia, who make up half of nursing home residents, easier to manage.
They're our elders, for goodness sake. You know, that we should respect them, we should care for them, and we should make sure that they have a voice.
Ahead of our programme, the Prime Minister Scott Morrison yesterday announced a royal commission into the aged care sector.
Thank you very much. I wasn't expecting this on, but I haven't prepared anything. I suppose the first thing I must say is thank you so much to the ABC and to the Investigations Unit, Joe Piccini, Fanufal Ali, John Lyons, for supporting this project, which started with a Four Corners program and has continued all this year with further stories that just keep coming to us because our audience now trusts us. They have continued to respond. The problem hasn't gone away, despite the fact there's a Royal Commission. I became alert to this particular problem when my dearest mother-in-law entered aged care with dementia, and I saw, despite the huge costs, the lack of care that she received, and I saw it happen everywhere, and anecdotally everywhere, and I couldn't believe that no one had done this story. And so, you know, Joe Piccini, thankfully, saw the value as well, commissioned it. Four Corners, Sally Neighbour saw it, so did Morag Ramsey. Alice Brennan and Ali Russell from Background Briefing, Justin Stevens and Joe Townsend from 7:30. I've got to thank all the other, I've thanked Mary Fallon and Trish Drum. John Stewart has helped me through all of those other stories that I've worked on. Claire Bloomer on all the online as well. I hope I haven't forgotten anybody. But I suppose the thing that I'd just like to say about it is the people. This was an issue that the people spoke to us because they were getting no joy from anywhere, neither side of government. The regulatory system was a failure. They had nowhere to turn. The Complaints Commissioner did nothing for them. Every time I did a small story on aged care, we were inundated with emails, and that's why we did the crowdsourcing project. The biggest, I think, the ABC's done, the most successful. And it's been a difficult subject to constantly enter, and I've got to thank my husband, Jonathan Green, for being amazing, and my children, Sasha and Jordan, because they have lived with aged care for a really long time now. They hear all of it, they've seen the horrible footage, and I've lived with it as well. But my greatest award, it's wonderful to win this award. Thank you to the Kennedy Foundation. I must acknowledge, Peter, Charlie and Greg Bearer, very worthy nominees as well. Great journalism still exists, and we really need to protect it. I kind of had this little bit of a joke about, the AFP raids on the ABC won't ever happen with aged care because the government doesn't care enough about it. But thankfully, we've still got whistleblowers, we've still got people speaking out, we continue to cover the issue. It's so important for all of us. Please, we've all got these great media organisations in the room. Please cover the Royal Commission. Keep the recommendations in mind when they come out, and let's hold the government to account and make sure aged care improves for this country and for our future.